walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would overstep more and more frequently, and now I get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh in front of the crosswalk and then catch up to me. That's a good.
Good.
It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, surrounded by couples and friends groups walking to school together. Tony, you're supposed to be reading this.
Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway.
Yeah, totally.
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation.
Load game. Oh.
Save game. Save game.
Save game.
Save game. Save game. After I pack, what ounce of motivation? Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to deal with anyway. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Shinji?
Monica?
Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway?
Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use my club. Do you know that if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right?
Haha, about that. I actually quit the debate club.
Really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
In that case, what club did you decide to join?
Everything's normal. Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. You guys are scaring me more than the game. Jesus Christ.
Like this? Everything is not touchable. Literature? That sounds kind of
Stop
dull.
yelling.
How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far.
There's 4 of you.
It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's not really boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member is a member, right?
Did Monica say she?
Hey Shinji, by any chance are you looking for a club to join?
I mean, I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you do me a big favor? I want to ask you to join, but if you could do at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please?
Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Awesome! You're really sweet, Shinji, you know that?
It's nothing, really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. I'm more important.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile.
My soul.
I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of school I rarely visit, but being generally used to third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Ah! I'm back!
No.
Tadaima! And I brought a guest with me.
I guess.
Seriously? You bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Tell me you mean, Natsuki. Sometimes something weird. But anyway,
I realized I never turned the time.
You thought you saw something weird, right?
I realized I never turned it on.
Whatever. Continue.
All words escape me in this situation. This club. is full of incredibly cute girls.
So let me guess. You're Monika's boyfriend, right? What?
No, I'm not.
Natsuki.
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't
Recognize.
recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president.
It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to
I
meet
guess we're
both of
finishing
you.
the game. So I ran into Shinji in the classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monika, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget, but I also happened to run into him.
In that case, I should at least make him some tea, right?
Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Shinji?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table.
You're so curled up in a ball right now.
Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monika and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monika.
So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that, Elsar. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
Eh? That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know...
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm
So
glad.
which girl are we going after now?
They all gonna die.
I'm starting to, I think I understand what's going to happen.
Which girl are we going after now?
They all gonna die.
Dan's still in control. This is Dan. This is all Dan. He's already started. This is still him.
So, Shinji, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that could
Flashback,
change.
right?
What am I saying?
It's almost like
I
deja
spoke
vu.
without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup.
Yeah.
What
with
did you
her
do last time? Oh, that's my
Yeah.
girl, yeah.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you out for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror
Back to
book
the
once.
long-winded.
I desperately grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
I expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality.
Oh, is that so? Really? If a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
I hate horror too! What is that?
It was good for like the first 4 episodes, right?
His eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Let's go after Natsuki.
No!
That's
I can't. No. Dan, this
That's
is Dan.
right. You
This is
usually
Dan.
like to write about the good things. Well, we'll flip a coin.
you must
Yeah, I'm
understand.
still going for best girl. No.
No,
Going for best girl.
they all go and die. Let's just. We have the explorers.
You haven't finalized the round with
Good
her.
idea.
You finalized the round
I'm
with her.
saving the best
No,
for
you
last.
finalized the
If
round
it's
with her.
heads, it's jury.
Heads. You did this to yourself.
Oh, God. You have to be the scrapper you're behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called, don't say it out loud. Get that back. Fine. Hi.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you
You
share
got
this
so
sometime?
robotic.
Yeah, she share this sometime.
She.
No.
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
This is a flashback to episode 1 through 2.
You have writing experience too, Yuri. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other.
No, I don't think we should. No, I don't think we need to.
I mean, I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for
No. You need to write
I
poems.
think decided we're the vice president after all.
Hey, you know what? I got a better idea.
Club and its members.
Hey, you know I got a better idea.
Besides.
Why don't we just drink tea under a
Now that
tree?
we have other.
Why don't we have tea under a tree instead? You know?
It seems like a good step for all of us to take.
Why don't we have tea under a tree instead?
Do you agree as well, Shinji?
No, hold on. There's still one problem.
There's a lot of.
What is that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come up forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club.
Don't
Monica
join it.
may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have other clubs to look
Look
at.
at other
and,
clubs.
I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But... Sorry.
I'm sorry, I thought.
Eh? The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Shinji. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been really trying really hard to find new members. If we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation.
Join the enemy club.
And besides, the club is relax. No, you know,
Somebody calls,
we should look at all our options.
Yeah,
I really think we should look at all our options.
Right. Okay,
Hey,
I
you know
decided
what? I
that.
think I heard the
I'll join the
lacrosse
club.
team was looking for somebody.
Yeah, let's go to the.
Let's check
Look
the
at
lacrosse
one
team.
girl's eyes light up.
Shinji, please.
Oh my god,
Don't do it, Shinji.
Hey, you know what?
Don't do it, Shinji.
Yeah.
Gunpla club too.
Yeah. Let's
Do you really just...
Let's check the Gunpla club.
Let's keep protocols and
Yeah.
Gundam fights.
Yeah, let's go talk to Mr. Rumble Rao. Mr. Rao.
Sure.
Shinji, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
We
Shinji,
can become
no.
an official member
I
of
really
the
think
club
we
now.
should check all our options.
Stop it.
Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess.
You're gonna regret this, Shinji.
You guys aren't doing anything, so I'm doing it. Okay, everyone. With that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good
No,
note.
not a good note. Can we just
Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem in the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica
Monica
looks over at me once more.
Shinji, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between 3,
Natsuki, Yuri.
Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be able to be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to
Your
make
voice
the
is
most
cracking really
of my
badly.
circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight.
We're gonna write a poem. We're gonna write a
You
poem.
have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Yes.
Sure.
Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I love when Papa gives me allowance. I love when Papa spends time with me. I love when Papa asks about my friends. I love Papa asks me about anything. Gives me lunch money. Comes home before sundown. Cooks. Gives me privacy. Doesn't tell me how to dress. Doesn't comment on my friends. Doesn't comment on my hobbies. When I like it when Papa comes home without waking me up. Keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I love when Papa lights stuff alone. I love when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I love when Papa's too tired to notice me. I love when Papa's too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Poems. We're gonna write a poem today.
No, I don't think we should write a poem.
I'm just gonna do words.
Starscape. Contaminate. Heaven sent.
Heaven sent.
Cry.
Depression.
Depression.
Treasure.
Yeah.
Universe.
Entropy.
Entropy. Pleasure.
Pleasure. Arouse cheeks. Whisper.
Whisper.
Portrait.
Valentine.
Dazzle. Grief.
Oh, please.
Journey.
Journey. Why do you like these words?
Uncanny.
Uncanny.
Belly.
Captive.
Essence. Bouncy.
Can
Like
you-
her chest.
Bouncy. Oh.
Oh, okay.
We'll try the word.
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Vertigo.
Vertigo.
Electricity.
Doki Doki. We haven't done that before.
Determination.
Romance. Oh, okay. But,
Crimson.
We're getting really close to getting Natsuki.
Crimson.
Strawberry.
Hopeless.
I think
Unrestrained.
Hopeless is the one.
Strawberry. Hey, Games is happy.
Damn it!
Sensation.
Awesome.
Sensation.
Awesome is neutral.
Sensation.
Because awesome.
Sensation.
Oh no.
I said sensation.
Kawaii. Boop, boop, boop.
Fickle.
Boop,
Fickle.
boop,
Fickle.
boop, boop,
Fickle.
boop,
Fickle.
boop,
Atone.
boop.
Destiny.
Judgment.
Ah!
Again, Shinji!
Oh.
Okay. We're going back. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little stressful.
That's Taijobu!
But at least keep
This
it
is not Taijobu!
Go away, Monica.
Well, I'm back at the literature club.
Go away,
I'm the
Monica.
last things to come in. Everyone else is already hanging
Not
out.
too much.
Ah. See? Nothing wrong.
I don't like this anymore!
Boys? Why is... Okay.
What?
Look at the poster.
Oh.
You promise.
I
Hope
hope
this-
this wasn't so overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you
What's
dive
wrong with the music?
in literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Come on, it's not like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. Wait, did the room just tilt?
It was always tilted. We are tilted.
I don't know. Dude, did it tilt? I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. Maybe.
Yeah, hang out. Yeah.
If you don't care, they don't take us seriously, then you won't see anything of it. Big mouth for someone who keeps his manga collection in the club room.
Why is she in front of the box?
What are you doing?
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! So he defeated Natsuki, dropped plots back to her seat.
I'm sorry, Shinji. We'll make sure to put your comfort
Are you
first.
okay now, Tony? Say it. Say it.
Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointing glance. I can't really read like this. Everything's blurry.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read.
Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask.
Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
Take 3 deep breaths. Take 3 deep breaths. I need you here. I need you guys. Take 3 deep breaths. 1, 2. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Alright, now we're back, okay?
Like this.
Oh no, it's not that, Yuri.
Okay, no, that room is definitely tilted.
I want to be.
That room is definitely
I
tilted
want
now.
to try to be part of this
That's
club.
really tilted. That's definitely tilted.
So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a
That's
book for
Tony,
you if
Tony.
you wanted me to.
Tony, you have to answer that.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. Why is it tilting even more? So I picked out the book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so I'll give your attention even if you don't know usually read. You know, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. No, I won't.
Take a deep breath.
Take the book.
Inhale. Tony. Anthony.
Take the book.
Anthony. Inhale.
Dude.
Exhale. I do that. Okay. Phew.
Well, you can read it all at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Oh,
okay.
The picture's still there. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activity for the club.
Oh, I think so there. Cool.
But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. It's gone.
Oh, it's fun, yeah.
Okay, it's gone.
Alright,
I'm
you
really
finish the book. I
curious
gotta check in the fridge.
to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a game glitch, you got no worse.
No, it's not!
Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
I see. Something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and a relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about anyway?
Well,
I look at the cover of the book.
No. Please don't do anything
The
creepy.
book is titled Portrait of Markov.
Anything creepy right now.
There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And people trapped in there had this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for
That's
blood.
different!
That is very
That's not what the book was!
What was the book?
The book was about a girl and with people after her and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
she has to hide and I don't know what, but that wasn't that.
Worse, and they start selecting these people by cutting off their limbs.
Instead of fixing them to that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really you're into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's
kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere.
Yes, it did. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Shinji?
No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive. What?
You forgot? But you never knew in the first place.
Remember the introduction? She said she's
yeah.
horror.
Oh yeah. She's so sad.
Reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, and all about it gets incredibly, I kind of forget to pay attention to it. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading, but maybe you should worry. The least I can do is listen. I mean, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should just leave. It's a literature club after all. Let's go join the anime club.
Join the anime club.
Let's go check the lacrosse team. I think the lacrosse team has a game.
Well, that's true. Or, the Gunpla club.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it right now.
Yes.
I mean, you don't have to, but...
What are you saying?
We're gonna read some
Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book and put it in my bag. Alright, fine. If I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to her.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I
mean, I am too.
I'm sorry. It's not what I want.
Okay.
It's not what I want you to.
Calm down.
Because something I'm not ever used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I'll read it.
I see.
I got it.
Okay, you got it. You calm?
Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
Come on, Tony.
I open the book and start the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read.
Not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body.
You really apologize.
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up until it gets Yuri's and then hold the book between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Admiral's gone.
Oh, man.
Yuri, press the button. I already said it. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm and the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it on her thumb after it flips to her side. But then holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
To
turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page.
You got totally robot.
Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so,
this is totally normal.
even so,
Same as
turning
the
each
last time.
page feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb.
Exactly the same as last
Hey
time.
Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Ah!
Did she do that last
Did
time?
she do that last time?
She did it last time.
Last time,
Okay.
no, I don't relate to this character at all.
I didn't remember that face, okay.
Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says, and all.
That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about
See,
her?
this is different, but something else?
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri... Wait.
Yuri, are you feeling alright?
Eh?
Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started
There you go,
reading.
he's back. He's going in and out,
you
fellas.
can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
I think we should just put a complication.
Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, don't push yourself.
I need some water.
Alright.
Yuri stands up and practically rushes out the classroom.
What on earth was that about? Shinji?
Fuck you. Get away from me.
Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything.
Sorry, I can't say I do.
Are you worried? Oh, sorry.
Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
No!
Eh?
Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be well, so I just figured we'd start without her. Is that okay?
No, I think we can just pass.
Make a minute of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag.
What?
Natsuki.
Why can't you choose
I'll tell
Yuri
Natsuki.
first?
No, she ran out to get some water.
Alright.
Natsuki was always interested with her poems yesterday. Are you okay there, fella?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Alright. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Well, it's about what I expected for someone like you. It's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't invoke any emotion. So basically, not cute enough for your taste. Oh, sorry. You should be reading this. What do you do? You want a fucking slap?
Pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Please be this.
No, it's the same one. Yeah.
Okay. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What?
I
Just be
like
honest.
that. I think that's the
I
best
am.
poem we've had so far.
Yeah. Why are you so convinced you wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. Oh,
But isn't that the point of poems for
the skip button works again?
people to express themselves?
The skip button works.
Shall we do the skip button?
I mean,
We've never pushed the skip button.
what does it do?
It skips to the point where
It should just end. It should just skip through this conversation with her to back to the choice.
Yeah, we
option.
did all this exactly.
Yes, exactly.
It hit you with hard, like in the poem. Sing everyone around, okay, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Yes,
I understand.
But another thing about simple word, put you more weight in the wordplay. Like I said, to write, man, but then it fell flat on purpose. Let's bring out the feeling in the last line. That's what it did.
I guess it's more when to realize.
That's what it meant to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something.
Didn't expect that.
One here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. Decided to humor her with the last comment. Don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud and blah 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 blah.
Monica!
Hi.
That skip button doesn't work anymore.
Oh!
Hi, Shinji! Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good to hear. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're doing everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or what we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Shinji. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's our barrier that we'll all learn to get past it.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, Shinji. I was gonna go ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind just totally detached from reality. I don't mean like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head, it's probably a bit more interesting place for her. But that's why she's so happy when you treat her like with a lot of kindness. I don't think she ever said this last time.
I don't think she's used to being indulged like that.
She must really be starved for social interaction. Don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets a little too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly the door's open.
Yuri!
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other.
Yeah? Already? I'm sorry for being late.
No need to apologize. We stopped playing time, so we go.
So I'm more than glad that you took all the time you needed.
Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get to my poem now.
Anyway, what do you want to read my poem now?
No!
I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for somebody who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
It's fine, we don't need to read yours. It's cool, we can move
Well,
on.
then it's read then.
Okay.
Hide in wall.
Hole in wall.
Hole in wall.
But he wasn't looking at me.
This is
Confused.
different.
I practically glanced at my surroundings,
I'll
but
do it.
my
Bird eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling plays tricks on my ears. The rooms are beginning to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
I'm starting to figure out, I think, her poems.
So what do you think? It's very freeform. Oh, it skips button back. Let's put the skip button.
Press the skip button.
Okay.
Time to go talk to
Hey,
Yuri.
hi Yuri. This is probably gonna be different.
The skip button is
Oh, hey,
there.
skip button.
Want to press it?
I mean, we know what she's gonna say, right? Just reference the older episodes.
Phew. I guess that's everyone.
I guess you get the same poem.
Yeah.
Glance around the room.
Well, I think
That
that's
was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities.
This music is different. Slightly. No, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Even
Okay.
if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. There's a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrow furrows with frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Yeah? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks.
This is not skippable.
Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Shinji did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Shinji liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Shinji appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
And how is I supposed to appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Shinji started showing up.
Natsuki?
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Yeah, look who's talking. You want to be edgy, bitch?
Edgy? Sorry, that was my lifestyle too much someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves as they graduate middle school, you know?
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your tickling attitude. You think you can counterbalance to talk to personality just by acting cute? The only good thing is how hard you try.
Whoa, be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you really do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Shinji hear everything what you really think. I'm sure he'll head right head over heels after this. Suddenly, Yuri
turns towards me as if she just knows I was standing here.
Shinji? She's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
Dad, that's you.
Your choice, Dad.
Your
choice, Balloon.
You're in control of this still.
I'm kind of interested in her backstory, though.
I don't know.
We didn't really learn anything from the last time.
I don't think we're learning anything
I don't think
now.
we're learning anything from this anymore. I think you're stuck in this one path already.
Yeah,
I think you're committed.
Committed.
Well, just to, you know.
Okay. I think you're committed.
Okay, no, whatever.
Just fix.
I don't think they want you to do that.
Fuck you.
They don't want you to.
What the fuck? 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 What the fuck?
Ah!
Monica?
Hi, Monica.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, Shinji, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Son president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Yep, I forget what's starting to go on.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri is rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead.
Yuri?
I didn't mean it.
Oh, that's a new sprite.
Holy
yep.
shit.
I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did.
Shinji, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today.
It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer.
I'm the president. Sure, I should be the last one, but I'll wait for you to be done.
Well, I'm the vice president.
President, so let me
take responsibility today.
Sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri.
It's not like that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Shinji. I should just be embarrassing with you listening.
I guess I don't really have a choice, do I?
I'm sorry for causing you trouble. But...
Oh, we didn't get to spend time with her.
Okay, you get to choose. I'm staying out of this one.
Awesome. Disaster. Vertigo.
I like this.
Oh wait, chat joy.
Joy.
Yay.
Oh, okay, that's new for her.
Uh,
Music. Unending.
warm.
Arm.
Nope.
Pup. Extra.
Aura. Wrath. Fantasy. Dream. Special. Inferno.
Calm. Try calm. Try calm.
Inferno.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Fickle.
Oh,
Jumpy?
Play jumpy. Anime. We love anime.
Pleasure.
Fear.
Fear?
Fear. Marriage. Lucky.
Lucky.
Go on. We're going. We're making a U-turn. Depression.
Vivacious.
Determination.
Prayer. Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Bouncy.
No, we tried that before.
Oh, okay.
Fireworks. Hanabi.
Fireworks? Wait, is that even?
I have no idea.
Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
I like
Bye.
this.